this morning for Daily 5. Oh, good morning. Ben, Isaiah, you guys, Ben's absent. My Kira's getting back. All right, so this morning for Daily 5, we're going to start off with a story that we are going to read called The Big Buck Adventure. And we're reading this story together to practice this standard right here that says, use information gained from the illustrations and words in a print or digital text to demonstrate understanding of its characters, setting, or plot. So what that's saying is that you should be, as a reader, using information from the illustrations, the pictures, and from the words to understand what's happening in the story with the characters or the setting or the plot. Catherine Parker, you made it. All right? As I read this story, I want you to be thinking about how do picture clues help me improve my comprehension? How do the pictures help me to understand what's happening, okay? All right, look what I have right here. I have something that I bet you know what it is. Right? I want you to think for a second about what you would do if you had this $1. And when you know, show me a thumbs up. What would you do if you had a buck? $1. Turn to someone near you and share what you would say. You can be in a group of 2 or 3.
I would buy when I would get coat and I would buy I'll buy coat. I was
What? All right.
Hey.
I'm going to have a few people share. I heard a lot of really good ideas. I actually heard a lot of people said they would save it. So that's interesting. What would you do with your $1 if I gave you one?
I would save it and then I would have enough to buy it.
You'd save it until you had enough for an Xbox. What would you do?
I would save it so I could buy
An alarm clock. That's the thing that you need. I need you to look forward or you'll need to take a break. Let's not talk to our neighbor right now. What would you do with your
I
$1?
would like to buy me some new shoes.
Some new shoes. Last one.
I would put it in the Dollar Tree.
The Dollar Tree and get a toy. So, what did you say? A toy. Yes, ma'am. A bike. Okay. So the girl in this story, the main character in this story, she gets $1, a buck. And we're going to read to see what she does with that buck. Okay? Here we go. Be paying attention to the pictures to see how that helps you understand the story. Saturday morning, I sure am in luck. A raise in allowance, I get a buck. Dad drops me at the store with a new green bill. He says I'll be back at 1/4 till. This is a text-to-self connection for me because I remember how as a kid I would get an allowance too, so this reminded me of something. Now, Kira, will you sit on your bottom and look at the pictures, please? I rushed to the candy counter, my head held high. I flashed my moolah. Please, what can I buy? Mr. Cash squints his eyes, then straightens his color. Why, you could buy 100 jawbreakers for $1. Moolah is another word, like a slang word for dollar, or money. Moolah, money. Tutti Frutti tongue twisters cost 1 penny each, and tangerine, lemon, lime, melon, and peach. But I see gummy bears crammed in a jar, and I ask Mr. Cash how much those are. See lots of money, the prices on things. 3 for $0.25, kid. 1 for a dime. You can figure it out, just take your time. 4 quarters times 3 equals 12 gummy bear treats, a much better deal than 10 at 10 cents each. Look at the picture clue here. How is the girl feeling right now?
Sad.
Sad? Why might she be sad?
Because
She doesn't have enough money to get everything. She's kind of scratching her head. What do you think?
like frustrated because she can't figure it out.
Frustrated. She can't figure out what to get with this buck. Let's see. Over in toys, I spy skates, trains and tracks, rings and stilts and sets of jacks. I've got my eye on a fluffy stuffed bunny, but Miss Silver says, sorry, not enough money. You can tell by the words coming out of her voice and her finger, maybe she's using a loud voice. Nice, looking at the pictures. How about a half dozen creepy night crawlers? On sale right now, 6 for $1. I dart into the deli with a fistful of dough to see where else my money can go. Dough is another word like moolah. It's a slang word for money. Got lots of dough, got lots of money. People sometimes say that. Howdy, Miss Penny, what can I buy? Ooh, how about a slice of hot apple pie? 1 shiny nickel, a giant dill pickle. 1/4 beef jerky, 3/4 Lego turkey. Just thinking about maybe some food. Candy, toys, food, so many choices. In the pet department, there's a plant that eats flies and a fuzzy white rat with black feet and pink eyes. Mr. Buck has 3 guppies for $1 bill. He wants 85 cents for ants and a hill. 85 cents to get some ants and a hill. I don't know if I'd want that. Don't want to spend that much? How about a pet flea or a fly or such? They're 3 for a penny, not a cent more. Best doggone deal in the whole darn store. Look at this picture here to see what the girl could buy. Look carefully and see. There's prices on things. See what she might be able to buy if she had just $1. How much the dog costs?
I heard the person say a guppy for $1.
A guppy, do you know what a guppy is? It's a small fish. Let's see what she's going to end up buying. I figure the math. 33 cents for each fish. 100 times 3, more fleas than I wish. I leave Mr. Buck with his fleas and his flies, and I go stand in housewares, and I close my eyes. Now I wish I didn't have so much money. At first this was fun, now it's not even funny. The candy store. What to choose? 100 tongue twisters, tangerine and peach, or 10 sticky gummy bears at 10 cents each. 6 worms and some jerky, 3 guppies or turkey, ants for 3/4 and 2 nickels, or all my cash for 20 giant pickles. I've had it. I can't stand it. I can't take it anymore. I know I'm supposed to behave in a store, but I stride to the middle of that place and I holler, what in the world should I buy with my $1? They come running, cash, silver, buck and penny, clutching my bill. I yell, I don't want any. My head is spinning with what I could have bought when Miss Silver asks, penny for your thoughts? Stride, it says, I stride to the middle. That's taking a long step, very definite steps. All right, so looking at this picture here, boys and girls, I can infer, I can tell that she's a little overwhelmed, right? She doesn't quite know what to pick. And I think that's because she doesn't have a smile on her face anymore. I can tell that she's yelling. So the picture really tells me how she's frustrated and also the information I've learned as I've been reading. Slowly I turn and say like a scholar, why you can have 100 of my thoughts for $1. 10 thoughts for a dime, 5 for a nickel, 25 thoughts or for 5 sour pickles. 3 for $1/4 is not the best deal, but flea thoughts and fly thoughts are really a steal. My father walks in, hi honey, any luck? I just have to laugh as I pocket my buck. So what did she decide to do with it? Save it. She decided nothing in there with it. Right. So thinking about this story and using the pictures we looked at, who wants to share some of the characters, the setting, problem, or solution? We're going to fill this in quickly before you go to your daily 5 choice. So the dad was one of the characters, exactly.
Mom. The girl.
The main girl, right? I don't think it ever told us her name, but the main girl. All right, anyone have setting, problem, or solution? Oh, okay, what's another character you have?
Mr. Cash.
Mr. Cash. So the names of the people in the story, there was Cash, Miss Silver, right? Yes.
George Washington.
George. He was on the bill, okay. Let's move on to setting for a quick second. Yes. At a store, right? So she went to the store, and she went to lots of different places in the store. What were some places she went in the store? Think about that. The candy section. Did you think of that also? Yeah, connection. The toy section. Mm-hmm. The pet section. Exactly. And she went to some other, where? What was the other one? She got food. Do you remember the name of that? The food section or the deli. All right. What was the problem in this story? The little girl didn't know what was her problem. What to buy with her money. That was the problem. What to buy with, how much did she have? $1. That was the question. That was her problem. And how did it end? The solution, yes.
She decided to save it.
She decided to save it. Exactly. Great. As you go to your daily 5 centers today and you read to self and you read with someone else, I want you to be making sure you're using the pictures, the illustrations to help you understand more about the characters and the setting and the plot, the events that are happening. Okay, when you hear your student number, tell me which center you're going to. Today, I'm going to first meet with student number 5, student 14, and student 18. So those 3 students are dismissed to get their book box and come to my table. Okay? I'm going to start with student 13. Where would you like to go? Word work. Great. Student 15. Okay. Student 16. Read to self. You may wait at my table. Student 17. Read to someone. Great. Student